Hi everybody, it's Heidi. Great to see you. Today we're going to do a Barkan style class. It's a combination of your Bikram and Vinyasa. So we're going to warm you up with some flows and then do some of your favorite Bikram poses as well. So we're going to start with our breathing exercise. So bring your feet together, your toes and heels touching, and just press down with all four corners of each foot, 2 before the big and baby toe and 2 in the heels. And then interlace your 10 fingers, roll the shoulders back, engage the glutes. Thread the ribs together a little bit, lower abdominals, and then start to breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, take your time. And exhale like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale, lifting up through the sides of your waist. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Take a little pause. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, use this time to quiet your mind. Exhale. Just listen to your body. Inhale. Just breath and movement. Exhale. Pause. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And your arms down side. Come to the top of your mat with your feet together. It's a good time to set an intention. If you like, bring your hands to the center of your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. It could be a single word or phrase. Help remind you why you showed up for your practice today. All right, reach your arms up. Lift them out of your waist. And then forward fold. Relax your neck. Walk it out just a little bit. Maybe do a crouch and curl. Just warm up the body. Get into your toes, your knees, your hips. All right, look forward. So halfway lift and right leg steps back. Draw the chest forward, left hip goes back. High on your back toes. Belly in, pressing down with your whole left foot. Now plant your hands, left foot steps back, high plank, hold your plank, glutes strong, maybe come high on your big toes right now and your gaze forward. So you can do a double chaturanga, single one. So on your exhale, lower down halfway, and then push right back up. And then exhale again into your upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Plug down with your thumb and index finger. Make sure their index fingers are pointing straight forward. Soften in your elbows and your knees. Press the belly back. Lift your right leg high. Bring your right foot between your hands, low lunge. On your fingertips, high in the back toes, draw the chest forward and your right hip crease back. Really strengthen the back leg. Start to fire up the muscles. And then left foot comes up to meet the right. Do a halfway lift, long in the spine through your neck. And then forward fold. Rise it all the way up, lengthen and lift, and fold it down. Halfway, left foot steps back this time, low lunge. Right foot steps back, high plank. Shift forward, we'll do that single chaturanga if you're not familiar with that one. So exhale down, and then inhale, come up, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So it's your choice. You can do the double pump or the single pump. Left leg goes high, low lunge to the front between your hands. Draw the chest forward and the left hip crease back, high on your back toes. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Halfway lift long in the spine. Forward fold. Rise it all the way up, lengthen and lift. Maybe a little back bend if you're ready. And stretch it up. Fold it down. Halfway, walk or float. Take it to your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Bring your foot between your hands, low lunge to the twist. Right hand can be on the hip or send it up. Peel it open a little bit more. And then right hand down. Left foot comes up to meet the right. Half and fold. Rise it all the way up. Lengthen, little back bend, and lift it up. Fold it down. Halfway, walk or float. Take it through your flow. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Foot between your hands. Right hand stays. Left arm goes up. Peel it open. Hand can be on your thigh or even on the back of your hip, or you can reach it up behind you. And left hand down. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Half. And fold it down. Rise it all the way up. Add that back bend in if you're ready. And come up. Stand still, arms over your head. Interlace your fingers. Let's do a little half moon, Bikram style, up and over to the right. Thread your ribs. Press down with both feet. Push your hips to bend your body. Right shoulder comes forward. Hips strong. Push and pull. Inhale, come up. Stretch up. Bend to the left. Squeeze your palms, straighten your wrist. Left shoulder comes forward, maybe right hip forward. Push your hips, bend your body. Inhale, rise. Lift up. Relax your neck, drop your gaze to the floor, touch the ceiling, and pull your arms all the way back. Whole spine bending backwards. Squeeze the glutes, weight in your heels, and lift up. Drop your gaze and bring your fingertips back where you can see. Push your hips forward. Just try to lean back a little more. Inhale, rise, and fold it down. Halfway, walk or float, take it through your flow. So double pump or single, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg goes up, foot between your hands, low lunge, crescent lunge, hands to your hips, arms up over your head. Draw the right hip crease back. Come high on your back toes again. Nice and strong in the back leg, back knee lifts. You can stay here, add a back bend, interlace your fingers, or you can cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Dig a little deeper into your front knee. Reach up, interlace the fingers. Drop the back knee in and down, tuck the chin in, forward to your knee. Front side salute. Inhale, rise up. Press down, lift up, and go back for a back bend. Lifting down, lifting up out of your waist, pressing down with your shin and right foot. And slowly come out. Hands around the foot, send the right leg back. Downward facing dog, or you can take it through a flow. Left leg goes up, foot between your hands. Hands to your hips, crescent lunge. Draw the left hip crease back. You always stay right here with the hands on the hips. High in the back toes, work the back leg and reach your arms up. So stay here, arms straight up over your head, or you can interlace or go into that cactus back bend. Lift up, interlace the fingers now, release the index, bring your back knee in and down, tuck the chin in, forward to your knee. And rise up, get ready for the back bend, press down with your shin, and up and go back. Slowly rise. Hands around the foot, step the left foot back, downward facing dog, or take it through your flow. One big inhale. Look forward on your exhale, walk or float top of the mat. Half and fold. Rise it up. Lift up, go back. Lift and fold down. Halfway, walk or float. Take it through your flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Low lunge. Hands to hips crescent. Reach your arms over your head. Draw the right hip crease back. Belly in. Go for your back bend. Cactus or interlace fingers. And slowly come up. Turn to the back of the mat. High in the back toes. Pull the left hip crease back. Back bend. And come up. Tuck the knee in. Forehead to your knee. Inhale, rise. Lift and go back. Slowly come up. Lift. Stand up. Turn towards the front of the mat. Tuck the back knee in and down. Then tuck the chin. Forehead to your knee. Inhale, rise. Press and lift up and go back. Come up. Hands to the floor. Step back down dog. Or take it forward through a flow. Left leg high. Low lunge. Hands to hips or straight up in the air. Left hip crease back. Lift the back knee crease up. Go for your back bend. Interlace fingers or cactus. Come up. Turn to the back of the room. Set your crescent up back here. Make sure you're not on the tightrope. Narrow train tracks. Lift up and go back. Maybe front of the pelvis lifts up more. Slowly come up. Back knee in and down. Forehead to your knee. Inhale, rise. Find your foundation. Right foot, left shin. Lift up and go back. Slowly come up. Stand all the way up. Turn towards the front of the room. Back knee in and down. Forehead to your knee. Inhale, rise. Lift and go back. Slowly come up. Step back down dog or take it through a flow. Breathe together. One big inhale. Exhale, stay. Stretch the heels to the floor. Hug your armpits in. Soft bend in the knees and elbows. Right leg goes up. Find your low lunge again. Hands to hips. Rise it up and lift. Let's do a cactus back bend. Reach it up, hands in prayer. Pull the body forward. Left elbow outside the right thigh. Push through your back toes. Belly away from the thigh. Stack the shoulders vertically. Right shoulder on top of the left. and twist it open even more. Open your arms. Sit a little lower in your hips. Take a deep breath. Open up even more. Reach for the sky if your left arm feels pinned. Now lift your chest. Stay in your revolve crescent. Bend your right knee. Take a deep breath. Twist it out even more. Come around to warrior two. Stay low in your two. Gaze over your middle finger. Lift your right big toe up. Hug the muscles underneath your hip. And press down strong in your back foot. Sit a little lower. Reverse. Take your triangle pose. Elbow in front of the knee. Reach up and reach down. Thread your ribs and twist your spine. Press down with both feet. Belly in. Reverse. Low lunge. Hands to the floor. Right leg steps back. Down dog or take it through your flow. Left leg goes high, low lunge. Hands to hips. Rise it up. Get steady in your lunge, crescent lunge, and then cactus back bend. Reach up, hands to prayer. Stretch forward, right elbow hooks outside the left thigh. Now come high in your back toes. Thumb at the center of your chest. Stack the shoulders and elbows. On your exhale, pull the belly away from the thighs. Sink a little deeper into that left knee. Your strong legs are going to hold you up. Open your arms. Again, if your bottom arm feels pinned, lift up more, create more space. Lift your chest. Pull the left arm back, right arm forward. Bend into your front knee, but lift the back knee up. Bring it out your next breath. Warrior two. Find your two. Sit low in the front knee. Reach the right arm back and press down with your back foot. Engage the back glute more. A little lower. Lift the left big toe. Hug the muscle under the hip. Feeling in that front thigh. Sink a little lower. Belly in. Reverse. Find your triangle or side angle. Form can always be on the thigh. Reach up and reach down. Keep the back leg strong. Push the left knee back a little. Thread your ribs, twist your spine. Reverse. Hands around your foot, send the left leg back, down dog. Or take it through your flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Deep breath, look forward, walk or float, top of the mat. Half, and fold. Rise it all the way up, lengthen, stretch. Little back bend. Lift and fold it down. Halfway, walk or float, take it through your flow, double or single, up dog, downward facing dog. Right leg goes up, warrior two. Land your two again. Strengthen both feet, find 4 points, both feet. Sit a little lower, belly in. Reverse. Find your extended side angle this time. Stretch the left arm forward. Bicep to your ear, pinky finger pointing down. Stay here, take your left arm behind you, go for a half bind. Gaze is up. Full bind, right arm goes underneath near your knee. See if you can get that full bind. If you can't get the full bind, don't worry about it. Whatever you can get, bring your left foot up to meet the right and try to balance on your left foot. Maybe you're just holding your knee and have your left hand on your back. Point of focus on the floor and slowly come up. Balancing on that left leg, take your bird to paradise. Straighten the left leg, nice and strong, and then try to straighten the right leg. Point your foot, spread your toes. If you have a balance left, you can go look over your left shoulder. Now try to lengthen the hamstring even more and slowly come down. Step back, meet you back in your extended side angle, And then hands to the floor, step back, take it through your flow, or downward facing dog. Left leg high, warrior two. Rise it up, sit low. Strengthen the back leg, outer edge, your pinky toe side down on the floor. Gaze over your middle finger, soften in the shoulders. Reverse, extended side angle. Bicep to your ear, dial the pinky finger down. Front of the pelvis up, keep your both feet strong. Reach a little more space between your fingers and your back heel. And then take your right arm around, let's get the half bind, open it up, peel it right shoulder up. Full bind, left arm goes underneath your knee. See if you can get your bind. It's okay if you're barely touching. Open that bind up. And then take your right foot up to meet your left. Stand on your right foot, find one point of focus on the floor. You can just hold your knee and try to stand up if you don't have the bind yet. Just working on balance, concentration. Strengthen the standing leg, tighten the thigh and the glute. And when you're steady, left leg goes up. Point your foot, spread your toes, little point. And eventually look over your right shoulder. And again, when you think your leg is long, pull a little more out of it, that hamstring. Lift the leg higher. Meet you back, extended side angle, so you can gracefully come out. Reach the arm forward. And then hands around your foot, step back, down dog, or take it through your flow. Get ready for your three-legged dog series. Index fingers point forward, pressing down, follow the pads of your fingers. Hug your armpits in. Flex your right foot and lift your right leg up. Strengthen the leg, stretch the heel away from you. Dial the pinky toe down. So you can lift the leg even higher. Point your toes. Stack your hips. Reach the leg up as high as you can. A little bit more. Bend your knee, look over your left shoulder, and try to lift the leg up even higher. Press the belly back to the thigh, and the thigh back to the back of the room. Straighten the leg, flex the foot, bring your foot underneath your chin. Turn your back toes out, hands to your hips, and slowly rise up. Pull your right hip crease back, stretch the left arm up to the sky, spine straight from tail to neck, and come down. With your spine parallel to the floor. So lengthen through everything, little core work here. And then place your left hand on your shin, the foot, the floor, wherever your spine's parallel. So I want to make sure you're not making a slope, a downward slope with your spine. You're trying to work on your balance. Left hand go outside your pinky toe. Crown of the head still facing the front of the room, and start to twist. Your right hand on your hip. Stack your shoulders. Plug in your right big toe and the outside of your back foot. Shoulder stack, reach your right arm up. Pull the lower belly muscles in, pull the right hip crease back to your back heel. And reach for the sky. Maybe that left hand floats off the floor today. Hands to the floor, step back. Down dog or take it through a flow. Let's do the left side. Press down with your thumb and index, all the pads of your fingers, flex the left ankle. Stretch the heel away from you, lift the leg up. Shoulders stay square. Stretch the heel as long as you can away from you. Now point the toes and stack your hip. Keep that left shoulder down. Hug your armpits in, belly back to your thigh. Bend your knee, look over your right shoulder, and keep pressing your thigh back, your chest to your thigh. Straighten the leg, flex your foot, bring your foot underneath your chin. Turn your back toes out, hands to your hips. Straight spine, straight legs. Right arm reaches up, belly in, and come down. So you can do that halfway. You can always support yourself with your hand on the shin. So you can do it, little ab work. Left hip goes back, thread your ribs, lengthen through your neck. The right hand can go to the shin, the foot, the floor, the outside of your foot. Crown of the head to the front of the room, left hand on your pelvis, and start to stack the shoulders. Plug down with your left big toe, outside your back foot, and reach the left arm up. Lower belly muscles up and in, Little scoop of the tailbone. And see if you can stretch up more, create more space. So peel, open your arms. Hands to the floor, step back, down dog, or that vinyasa. Take it through that flow. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take gorilla, stand right on your hands. Let your neck hang heavy, relax your jaw. And release your hands, feet together. Long in the spine, halfway. And forward fold. And rise all the way up. Eagle, right elbow underneath the left. And sit down. Right leg over the left. Cross and twist it. Try to keep the hips level. So if you have a mirror, maybe right hip up a little bit. Thumb away from the mouth. Sit down a little lower to wrap the legs. Lift the shoulders over the hips more and your elbows down. Hold the stomach and squeeze the legs and arms. Keep trying to pull the chest up away from the legs. Release. Arms up. Let's do the left side, left elbow underneath the right. And sit down. Left leg over the right, cross it and twist it. Press down with all four corners of your right foot. Or you press down, the more stable you'll feel, and you can bend your knees more. Stretch the foot down the back of the calf muscle, eliminate the gap. Pull the chest up more, elbows down, belly in strong. Squeeze the legs. Press the top thigh down more as you lift your chest, elbows down. And release, arms up and arms down. All right, standing head to knee, revolve standing head to knee, dancing Shiva. So hands on your hips. Take your right foot on imaginary block. Left hand outside of your right knee, or grab your outside of your pinky toe foot. Stretch the right leg forward and your right arm back. Slowly bring your gaze back behind you towards your back thumb and stretch the heel even more, getting the hips back in line. Right palm up, reach arm up and over and crisscross the knee or the foot. If you have your knee, I just want you to stand up even taller. Knee or foot, straighten the leg, both legs. If both legs are straight, elbows go out to the side, tuck the chin in forward to your knee. Slowly come out. We'll do the other side. Hands to your hips. Take your left foot on top of imaginary block. Right hand goes outside the left knee, but if it's accessible, grab the outside of your left foot. Stretch the left heel forward from the hip, and then stretch the left arm back. Flex in the ankle, toes back towards your shin. Gaze back towards your back thumb. And tighten up your standing leg. Palm up. Bring your left arm up and over. Crisscross the foot or the knee. Strengthen the standing leg first, your foundation, and then strengthen the kicking leg. And then elbows out to the side, forward to your knee. Slowly come out, hands to your hips, mini back bend. Good. Reach your arms up and forward fold. Halfway, walk out, high plank. Shift forward, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Empty it out. Right foot underneath your chin. Turn the back toes out. Hands in prayer. Cross your thumbs, inhale and around all the way up. Reach up. Tuck your chin and go down. Round down forward to your knee. Bend the knee as much as you need to. You can always put your fingers on the floor, but keep using your abdominals to round your spine to push the forward against the knee more. Eventually, hands in prayer. You push the forward back into the knee, straighten the legs. Inhale, round up. Lift to the top, and then turn all the way to the back of the room. Back toes turned out, front foot straight. Stretch up, tuck your chin, go down. Stretch the hands in front of your toes, tuck the chin, forward to your knee. Round up, round more than just your neck. So you can get your forehead higher on your knee. Strengthen your belly. Reach your arms forward and try to push the forehead against the knee. Straighten both legs, inhale, round all the way up. Lift to the top. Arms down by your side. You can grab your elbows behind you. Maybe you can do reverse on the scar. Press your thumb bones together, fingers go up between your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath, pull the left hip crease back, and come down straight spine, straight legs. So this time, you can come a little further than parallel as long as you're not rounding the back. So stomach in, left hip crease back, squeeze the shoulder blades more. Inhale, get long. And exhale, maybe chin comes closer to your shin without sacrificing that straight spine. One more. Plug down with your right big toe, lower a little further down, squeeze the shoulder blades, and inhale, rise all the way up. Turn towards the front of the room. Front foot straight, back foot turned out. Right hip crease goes back. Lengthen, and then come down. Press down with the right big toe mound. Keep checking with your spine, neck long, whole spine, long spine. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, surrender a little more over your right leg. Inhale and exhale. Good, hands to the floor. Bring your left foot up to meet the right, Padastasana from the back. Just do a little halfway lift first, long spine. And then fold over your legs, bend the knees as much as you need to. Bend them generously to grab behind underneath your heels or to keep the stomach on the thighs. And then pull in your heels and stretch the body down. Roll the way forward. Stomach in, stretch down. So eventually it's a pull-up to stretch the top of your head to your feet. Release. Do a little halfway lift and open your feet, Malasana. So yogi squat. Sit it on down. Hands center of your chest, belly in and lift the chest up. Press the elbows against the inside of the knees and sit it lower. All right, usually we call crow here. Let's do flying frog. This is a fun one. So it's a little different, same setup. The difference is it's a good stretch to your inner thighs. So we're going to flex your feet like frog pose. Put your knees kind of on your tricep muscles and turn the feet out instead of in. So you're not touching the toes. Stomach in, flex the ankles. Looking forward for 3, 2, 1. Shoot it back or walk back down facing dog. 2 breaths here. Empty it out. 1 more. Exhale. Right leg goes up. Flex your foot, dial the pinky toe down. Hug your armpits in and stretch it up a little higher. Point your toes, stack your hips. Look over your left shoulder. Stay here, flip your dog. Press to lift up. You can turn this into wheel. Opening up front side of the body. Press up a little higher. Right hand down, right leg goes up, 3-legged dog. Now bring your knee to your nose. Send it back. Bring the knee to your left tricep muscle and you're going to kick it out. Counter pose. Or you can grab your foot with your hand and stretch it. Compass. Left hand down. Right leg goes high. Keep it strong. Come forward. Double chaturanga. Well, trianga. So here we go. Go down. Push back up. 1 more trianga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Empty it out. Left leg. Flex your foot. Dial the pinky toe down. Hug your armpits in. Stretch the heel away. Point your toes. Stack your hip. And bend your knee, look over your right shoulder. Stay here or flip your dog. Pressing down, create space in the bottom shoulder. If it's accessible, turn it right into wheel pose. Keep pressing, create space. Little higher. Left hand down, left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Bring your knee to your nose. Send it back. Knee to right tricep muscle. Hold it here. Kick it out for counter pose, rock star, or take your foot with your hand and send it forward for compass. Right hand down, left leg high, three-legged dog. Let's do that double triangle. Come forward, high plank, low plank, push it up. Go back to your low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Empty it out. Walk your hands back to your feet again. Take your two big toes. Do a halfway and fold it down over your legs. A nice stretch in the back side of the body. Release your toes and feet together. Half and fold, rise it all the way up. Stand and go on the right. So pick up your right ankle from the inside. Stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath, reach up and kick back. Kick and stretch. Bring the body down, chest down parallel to the floor. I want you to point your belly button down the inside of your left thigh. Reach up between your eyes. Relax the back shoulder, two shoulders in one line. Kick up harder to see your foot over your head. Lock your standing leg, pull up your thigh, squeeze the glute, kick up harder. Reach up. Now kick up a little more and slowly come out. Feet together, arms down by your side, deep breath. Each exhale, clear your mind. Left hand out, bring it out to the side, pick up your ankle bone from the inside and reach your right arm to the ceiling. Create space in the right side of the body. Touch your knees, take a deep breath, reach up and start to kick. Kick and stretch, bring your body down, belly button pointed down the inside of your right thigh. And kick up harder with your left glute. Lengthen your shin up the back wall. Kick up harder, reach up between your eyes, shoulder width your chin. Relax the back shoulder, your left shoulder. Bring some ease with all the effort. Body down. Kick up harder. 2 feet in one line. Body down more. Stretch forward more. Lock your standing leg. Now kick your toes to the ceiling. One more time, kick. And inhale, slowly come out, feet together, and your arms down by your side. All right, balancing stick. Arms over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index. Cross your thumbs, right leg steps forward. Lock your both legs, point your toes, hips square, and come down. Body down, leg up. Chest down, leg up. Squeeze your palms together, stretch in 2 different directions. Lock your standing leg. Lengthen the top leg, stretch. Stretch, inhale, come up. Arms back, chin up. Left leg, step it forward. Reach up, bring your body down. Lock your standing leg. Body down, leg up, reach 2 different directions. Lock the standing leg. Stretching in 2 different directions. Reach for the front of the mat. Stretch the toes to the back, stretch. Stretch, inhale, come up. And your arms down by your side. All right, turn towards the side of the mat. Reach your arms over your head. Right foot steps out, 4 feet, belly in, and slowly come down. Grab the outsides of your heels. You can do an extended down dog over a cat, or you can send your legs up in the air, headstand or handstand. If you're working on that at home, forearm stand. Finish up the leg stretching. Make sure you release the neck a little bit so you're not putting a good kink in it. Roll the weight into your toes and the back of the knees towards each other a little as you stretch the body down and through the window of your legs. Release your heels. Slowly come up. Right foot back to place and your feet together. Let's turn to the front, do some tree and toe. Bring your right foot up, place the foot high in the front of the hip crease, and draw the right knee back, belly in. Right hand side of your chest, make sure you're stacking your joints. So your head right over your shoulders. So bring your ears back, shoulders over hips, tighten the thigh and the glute. Let's go down to your toe stand from here. Look on the floor and bend your body down. Maybe it's just a couple of inches. If you can reach the floor, bring the weight to the hands. Bend your left knee and hover off that left heel. Focus one point. Right knee comes down, two knees parallel. Add your hands when you're ready, but keep strengthening your left glute and abdominal muscles to lift up. When you're ready, back out slowly. Mindful in the transitions, come all the way up. And then right foot down. Other side, tree pose. So your 26 and 2 tree, lift the leg up, place the foot in front of the hip, and slowly bring it down. Be nice to your knee. Strengthen the standing leg, glute and thigh. Push your whole foot through the floor. Add your hands when you're ready. Stack the joints. Lengthen through the crown of your head without lifting the chin. Toe stand, look on the floor. Hold the foot if needed, bend your body down. If you can reach the floor, weight to the hands, bend your knee, hip towards your heel. Remember, it's not toe sit. Lifting up off the heel, strengthen your right quad, lower belly muscles, you'll feel lighter. You're gonna float off the heel, left knee down, and then add your hands when you're ready. When you're ready, slowly back out. And then bring your foot to the mat. Deep breath here. Let's turn around and lie down on your back. Stretch out. Eyes open, just a soft gaze with your eyes. Soften around your forehead, your eyes. Lift your right leg up. When we're moving pose, interlace the fingers. Wrist straight and pull your knee to your shoulder. Stretch the left heel away. Keep the calf muscle on the floor. Pull a little harder. And then release. Left leg up. Interlace the fingers. Pull the knee to the shoulder. Stretch the right heel away. Chin to your chest. Lengthen the back of the neck on the floor. Pull a little more. And release that side. Bring both legs in. Wrap your arms around the legs. Give yourself a good hug. Feet side by side uncrossed. Head on the floor. Chin down. Neck to tailbone on the floor one day. All right, legs up in the air. Hands can be underneath your hips to support your back. Do a little abdominal work. Flex your feet. Toes back towards your shin and lower down 1/3. Point your toes. Flex, lower down 1/3. Point, flex, lower down, hover 6 inches or higher if your back hurts. Point, flex, point again and crisscross your legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex them, lift them all the way to the starting position. Lower down 1/3, point, flex, lower, point, flex, lower, point, flex, point. And then up and down, up and down, up and down. 5, 4, 3, lower belly muscles in, 2, 1. Flex them, bring them up to starting point. Toes to the shins, lower down 1/3, then point, flex, lower down 1/3, point, flex, lower down 1/3, hover. Keep your flexed toes, bend your knees slightly like a leprechaun, touch your heels, and then click them, like no place like home. There's no place like home for 5, 4, Hover them 6 inches. 3, 2, 1. Together, flex them, point them, flex, lower all the way down. Turn your palms up, take a deep breath. Bring your feet up to your hips, cross your right ankle over the left. Thread the needle, take your right hand between the legs, grab behind your thigh or on top of the shin. Pull the thigh towards your chest, lay your right thigh away from your right elbow, and then when it's done its job, let the elbow help that right thigh. So make sure you keep it active stretch rather than just a passive elbow pressing into the knee. Draw the tailbone down. Keep the right foot flexed to protect your knee. Good. We'll stretch the legs out. Bring them up again. Left crosses over the right. Flex the left ankle. Thread the left arm underneath. Grab behind the thigh. So pull the thigh back. Pull it. And then left elbow. Don't let it push yet. Pull the left thigh away from your elbow, your hip. And then add a low. Keep the foot flexed. Stretch your tailbone down. Good. Stretch it out. Nice and long. Right, flex your feet. Reach your arms over your head and sit up. Grab your toes. Double exhale forward to your knees. Let's spin around. Do some back strengthening. Starting with your cobra pose. Toes and heels together, hip muscles are tight. Hands underneath your shoulders rather than close to the ribs like your up dog. All 5 fingers together. So squeeze your cobra tail. Nice and strong. Glutes, legs, feet press down. Inhale, come up to your belly button. Press the palms down through the floor like you're trying to pull them back to your hip bones. Cobra tail strong. Push your feet down. Lift your chest up. Lift your gaze. Elbows down towards the hips. And come down, look to the right. Big toes touch, heels span open. Full locust pose, arms out to the side, or you can take the vine behind you. Toes and heels together, hip muscles are tight. Let's work your cobra tail. And then lift up, arms, body, head, legs. You have your vine lifted off your tush into the back wall. Lift the chest. If your arms are out to the side, lift them above your head, fingertips above your head, and pull everything back. Get another set of ribs off the floor. Lift the legs up, chest up higher, and slowly lower down. Look to the left, right cheek on the floor. Two floor bows. Bend your knees, grab your feet, your 26 and 2 Bikram bow. Wrist straight, thumb with your index finger, 6 inches knees and feet. So knees very close together. Inhale, slowly start to kick up and roll the weight forward. So your toes are in the center from the side. Knees in, toes pointed. Relax your shoulders. Look up. You can do some keep kicking. You're on the soft part of your belly, below the ribs, but above the hips. Kick harder, kick more, and slowly lower down. Look to the right. For this time, you can do the bow you just did, or you can grab your ankles and try flexing your feet. Pull the heels away from each other. Keep the thighs down for this one. Look forward and stretch your shins to the back wall. Relax the shoulders and the chest. Let your kick draw the ribs up off the floor. Again, turn the heels away from each other. Flex the ankles more. Kick the shins back and slowly lower down. Look to the left, right here down. Let's come up into an upward facing dog. Belly strong so you can hammock your spine safely. Press down with your feet and just look over your right shoulder. Come forward. Look over your left shoulder. Come forward again. Put your knees down and slowly come up to a tabletop. Let's set up for your camel pose. All the way up, hands to your hips. Take a deep breath and go back. Stay here or reach for your heels. Your toes could be tucked or feet flat. Right hand to right heel, left hand to left heel. Push your hips forward. Relax your throat. Feel that stretch all over the right side of the body. From your knee to your throat. Push harder. Slowly come up. Sit your hips on your heels. Open the knees, child's pose, or stay at a kneeling position. One more camel. You can do the traditional one we just did, or you can have your toes touching and your knees a little open. Prep for full camel. Hands at prayer, or interlace your fingers, release the index. Lift up and go back. So use your breath. Follow it. Inhale, get long. And then exhale, soften. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Let something go. One more. And then drop it way back. And slowly come up. Hips on your heels. Sit down. When you're ready, turn right around and lie down on your back. Heels touch. Toes stand open. Take a couple breaths here. Setting up for bridge and wheel, feet hip width distance apart. Maybe lift your big toes, make sure the inside borders of your feet stay on the floor. Start with bridge. You're welcome to do wheel at home. Press all the way up. Interlace the fingers underneath you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest and hips up, chin away from your chest. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders or elbows, you can do robot arms. You can still squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the hips up more. Lift your big toes up. Everybody, hips and chest even higher. Press down with your feet and then come down. Release the legs. Deep breath. One more. Set it up, bridge or wheel. Same setup, right? Your bridge is prep for your wheel pose. Your hands near your shoulders. Index fingers point away from each other. And then press and lift up. If you're going into wheel, you can come on your toes if your back or hips are a little tight. Walk your hands to your feet to your hands. Turn the index fingers away from each other. And press your chest towards the top of your mat. Press and lift up a little bit higher. And then come down when you're ready. Stretch the legs out. And then the soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Stretch the legs out, nice and long. And let's do a little supine twist. Bring your feet up to your hips again. Shift your hips to the left. You're coming onto the left side of your hips. Bring your knees up, over to the left, and your gaze over to the right. You can eagle wrap your legs. You can keep one leg straight, whatever feels good. So most of us need to be on the whole left side of the hip. Let's switch sides. Whatever you're doing on one side. So you're actually shifting your hips over, coming onto the right side of the right hip. Come all the way onto that side of the hip and then gaze over your left arm. If that's a lot on your neck, just look straight up to the ceiling. Try palm down, see if it anchors the shoulder more. Palm up. Just try something different. Good. Stretch it out long. Let's do some hip stretches to wrap this up. Stretch your arms over your head for a yoga sit-up. Flex your feet. Inhale, sit up, grab your toes, double exhale, and then turn right around. We're going to do half saddle today. So you want to bring your right knee forward, right leg forward, and sit down in between your left heel. Your hands can be back here, or you can come down on your elbows, keeping the left knee down. So just a few breaths here, and then we'll do the other side. So just like your fixed firm pose, just one leg at a time. All right, slowly come up. We're going to switch legs. You come to a tabletop, send the left leg out in front, and then settle the hips down. If you're at home, you could always put a block underneath your hips if you'd like. Just keep that right knee down. You can stay here or lower down, all the way to your back. And then slowly come up. Let's do both. First, we'll do broken toe for a moment. So knees together. Do a little squat. Come onto your toes. And then put the knees down, heels together. Just sit right down on your tush. So right on your heels right now. As much pressure as you can handle, keeping the toes flexed. You can bring your fingers behind you, tent your fingers, thumb towards your feet. Create a little back bend. Try to sit the hips a little further down on your feet. So you're going to roll right onto those toes. Really flex them as much as you can toward the ball of the foot. And release it. Let's go into your full fixed firm. Open your feet and sit your hips down. One hand at a time. Maybe the top of the head. Keep the shins and knees on the floor. Back of the head, shoulders. Maybe whole upper body on the floor. And if that's you, grab your opposite elbows. Chin to your chest. Draw the knees in a little closer if you can. Just never let them hover, right? Maybe you stay with your hands on the floor or elbows on the floor rather than coming all the way down today. And slowly come up. You're going to push back into a downward facing dog right now. Just pedal it out. Get some blood flow back to your knees and your hips. All right, send your right leg high, half pigeon. Take your right knee outside, behind your right wrist towards the outside of your mat. Square your hips, maybe put a pillow or a block underneath your right hip. You always stay high right here. Or you can come down to your forearms or all the way down if you'd like. And settle in. Walk your chest and arms a little more forward so you can find a little more space. Feel the hip go a little closer to the floor. It's a nice pressure point on your forehead if your forehead's down. Relaxation response to the body. Take one more breath here. Make it a good one. Let something go. And slowly make your way up. You can stretch the right leg out in a three-legged dog or just in tabletop. Whatever feels good for you. And then send the left leg up. Let's do it on the left side. Left knee goes behind your wrist and to the outside of your mat, or here, outside towards Raja. It's almost half blank or more of my mat. Stretch the right leg back. Maybe put the block or pillow underneath your left hip and start to make your way down. Just lengthen. It's almost like a halfway lift. You want to lengthen your spine and then come down. Walk the chest and arms a little more forward. So you can find some more space. Just settle in. One more breath. Slowly make your way out. Put the pieces back together, either in tabletop or three-legged dog. Stretch the leg out. And when you're ready, come down to tabletop and turn around. Stretch out on your mat. Your final pose. Take up a little more space. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And check in with the usual suspects. Try to release any tension you might have left. Just notice all the space you have now in your mind and in your body. Thank yourselves, thank each other, thank your amazing bodies for everything they do for you. Be choosy about what you put back in that space. Namaste.